by Redmond too, just like it started in real life. That is as realistic as you can get, guys. That is insane. Let's just hope this game doesn't go the way it did in real life. The Vikings need a win here. But here we go. 2nd and 16 now from the 31. Rodgers is looking. And he fumbles. Van Ginkel hits him for a fumble, and we couldn't keep it, though, and Rodgers keeps it. So it's now 3rd and 30 from the 18. And this defense is playing completely different compared to the last game. Rodgers now looking. He's gonna air one out, and it's going to... Oh, I was almost intercepted by Hitman, but he ends up dropping it. So 4th and 30 now, and the Vikings force a 3-and-out on the first series. What a difference a week makes. And now the Steelers have to punt it from their own 18. We're going to take it in about the 36, and Price, is that Price or? Yeah, Price makes it to about, looked like he had a pretty good game. Carson Wentz is coming out now. So, yeah, about the 43-yard line. And here we go now, 1st and 10. Wentz is under center. You got Mason in the backfield. Going trips right. He's going to hand it off to Mason, who has a hole, and he gets forward, and he breaks the tackle, and it's off to the races, and he's finally dragged down after a 30-yard rush. And it's 1st and 10 now for the Vikings from the 27-yard line. Great run by Mason there. And this offense, hopefully, is going to put something a little bit better together this time. He finds the edge, and he's got room. And it's going to be another Vikings 1st down. That's 45 yards in 2 rushes for Jordan Mason. And it looks like Scott's going to be in to give Mason a breather. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. He's going to play action. He's going to send it around. And Naylor's got about a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 now from the 9-yard line. Not going to send anyone in motion. He takes a snap, throws a quick play off to Thielen, who gets in for a Vikings touchdown. Welcome to Ireland, Adam Thielen, and the Vikings take a 6-0 lead here over the Steelers. Great play calling there. Great to see this offense moving the ball better than they did against the Bengals. And our defense looked better, and this just is a whole different looking team compared to last week, at least in the first couple of series. 4 plays, 57 yards, and a 7-0 lead here with 9:05 to go here in this first quarter. So Richard's kick is up. They're going to take it in at about the 8. Going to get across the 25, and he's met by a couple defenders, and he'll be pulled down by, it looked like Keys on the tackle there. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Steelers from the 27-yard line. He's going to come out in I formation. He's going to do a quick toss play, and he doesn't get anywhere. Another great tackle there by Redmond. He's just making his presence felt this game. It's a 2-yard loss on the play, and it's 2nd and 12 now from the 25. Going to take the snap. Rodgers has a man, and he doesn't get very far. He found DJ Metcalf, who was very dangerous in real life with that one play that went, what was it, like 70-some yards or 80 yards. But didn't go very far on that. 3rd and 7 now from the 31. And he gets it out, and he's not going to get enough for a 1st down. It's 4th and 4, and the Vikings force another 3-and-out. This defense is looking completely different against old man Rodgers here. And this could be a great comeback win after that loss last week, but we'll see what happens. Vikings call a fair catch here at the 21, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings, 21-yard line, 7:29 to go in the first. You got Mason in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Mason, who makes a cut, goes out to the left, breaks the first tackle, and falls down. A 3-yard rush on the play. 2nd and 7 now at the 24. One's in shotgun. He's got a quick pass to Thielen, who gets blown up, but he holds onto the ball. That's 13 yards on 2 catches now for Thielen and a touchdown, and it'll be 3rd and 3 now from the 28. Empty backfield. Wentz looking, line's holding up. He's going to air it out, and he overthrows it. He had an open man and Justin Jefferson across the middle, but the pass was off, and it'll be a 3-and-out now for the Vikings. And Ryan Wright's in the punt. Takes a snap. The punt's away. Good-looking punt. Lots of air under it. And they're going to take it in about the 23, and he makes a couple of moves, breaks the first would-be tackle, and it's going to be brought down at the 37-yard line. So now here it is, 1st and 10 Steelers at the 37. Offset I formation. Going to fake the handoff, fake the jet, and he's going to get a quick play off with the spin move there, and he's going to get brought down. Almost enough for a first down, but not quite. It'd be 2nd and inches here at the 47-yard line. Going to send a man in motion. Rodgers takes snap, hands it off, and doesn't get anywhere on the play. Great job there by the Vikings front. And it's now going to be 3rd and inches. See if we can get another stop here. Rodgers for the sneak, and he gets it. First down, and unfortunately he didn't fumble. But here we go. 1st and 10 now from the 48. Fresh set of downs for the Steelers. Rodgers is going to hand it off, and he has an open lane up the middle, and he's going to rush forward for about a gain of 8 on the play. And it's going to be now 2nd and 2 from the 44. 4:17 to go here in this first quarter. And the Vikings send 4, so they're dropping back in coverage, and it's going to be batted down by that's Byron Murphy. And looked like it might have been an interception, but it gets batted down instead, and now it's a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. And the Vikings only send 4, going to drop right in coverage, and he's got an open receiver, and it's dropped on the tackle. Another great job by Byron Murphy Jr. there, and it's going to be another forced punt by this Vikings defense. The Steelers have now had the ball 3 times, and now 3 punts. And that punt was close to being blocked, but not quite. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to place it at the 17-yard line. So now Wentz in this Vikings offense is going to come out. Worst starting field position of the day so far. Going to come out with Mason in the backfield. It's going to hand off to Mason, who has a small lane, but it closed quickly. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 now from the 16. Going to take the snap, fake the handoff to Mason, and I guess that was an RPO choice there, and that was a very bad decision. I'm guessing I'm probably going to count that as a sack in the stat book, even though that was a designed run. But regardless, 3rd and 14 now from the 13-yard line. Wentz takes a snap. He's obviously looking to pass to try to get a first down here. He's got plenty of time. He gets a pass out, and it's caught by Justin Jefferson, who makes a few moves and gets a gain there. Great job by Jefferson to get open, pull that pass in between a couple of zone coverage defenders that looked like. We'll watch that play again. And yeah, he pulls in, found a soft opening in that zone there. Shook the first defender pretty good. Jalen Ramsey ended up trying to catch him from the back end. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings, who are on the move at the 41-yard line. 2:32 to go here in his first quarter. He's going to take the snap, look at a pass. He's got a quick play over to Naylor. Gain of 3 on the play. Tackle there by Joey Porter. It's now 2nd and 7. Vikings come out in I formation. Going to look to pass. A quick play over to Hawkinson, who rumbles his way forward for a first down. It's now 1st and 10 from the 48. Wentz takes snap, hands it off to Mason, who breaks the first tackle and gets stood up by the second. Still manages to get nothing on the play instead of a loss, so 2nd and 10. Now here at the 47. Got 1:06 to go here in this first quarter. Wentz takes a snap, plenty of time, up, and he gets the ball off, but nothing out of it. So 3rd and 10. Steelers only sent 3, so they had a lot deep in. They had 8 players back in coverage, so great pass defense there. They sent 4 on this one. Wentz is going to air it out, and he's looking long. It's intended for Jefferson, and it's going to fall incomplete in the back of the end zone. And the Vikings will now have to punt for the second time this game. Hopefully he can get a good punt here and pin him deep. It's angling towards the sideline, and it's going to be marked out at the 12-yard line, so not too shabby. But here we go, 1st and 10 now from the 12 for the Steelers. Kind of hand it off, and he's met immediately. That was Jared Allen on the tackle, or Jonathan Allen, sorry. I'm still thinking about the old Vikings, you know. So here we go now, 2nd and 11. Lost a 1 on that by Jonathan Allen. And then Allen almost gets to him. He's going to throw it up, and it's going to be caught. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be pass interference on the defense. Unreal. They're going to call Byron Murphy for pass interference. probably be declined, but we'll see. That will be the end of the first quarter. And at the end of one, our Minnesota Vikings hold a 7-0 lead over the Steelers here in Dublin, Ireland. So here we go now. Steelers have the ball to start the second. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Low snap. Rodgers still takes it, hands it off, gets a couple of yards, breaks a few tackles, and is finally brought down after a gain of 7 on the play. Now 2nd and 3. I formation. He's going to fake the handoff. And he's going to get, he breaks the first down, but he gets completely leveled by Byron Murphy on the play. Great job there by the defense to back each other up, and it's now 3rd and 4. Looks like there was a loss of 1 on that play. So 3rd and 4 now at the 38. Rodgers takes the snap. He's looking, gets the pass off, and the pass is caught by Calvin Austin. That's 2nd catch of the game. And it'll now be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Now Rodgers takes this snap, quick pass away, and that one went to DK Metcalf, and it's going to be a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Another quick pass out, but that pass is dropped. So now 3rd and 3. Vikings can hold him here to a field goal attempt. That'd be a great job by this defense. A bend but not break situation. They're going to send 6 on this one, and they're going to get to him. A sack by Ivan Pace Jr. That's the Vikings' 3rd sack of the game. First in this quarter, they start the first drive. They had 2 sacks, and nothing since. Nice to see them finally get to Rodgers again. It's now 4th and 10 from the 25. And, of course, they're going to be forced for a field goal attempt. This would be a 42-yard field goal from just inside the right hash. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Steelers get on the board here in the second quarter. Vikings still lead 7-3. Steelers set to kick off the ball. Going to have Price and Felton back to receive. And Price is going to take it. He's going to get past the 20 to the 25. No, that's Felton that got it. So they kicked it Felton's way. And now here comes Jordan Mason. 5 rushes for 48 yards, averaging 9.6 yards per carry right now. And this offense is looking pretty good. 99 total yards. The Steelers 62. But here we go. 1st and 10 from the 26. Offset I formation. Oliver in at fullback. Handed off to Mason, who has an open leg. Gets to the edge. And he's got room. And he's rumbling down the sideline down to the 48-yard line. Great job by the Vikings to set up that edge and block it off, and Mason's able to make the Steelers pay for that mistake. And now 1st and 10 at the 48. Wentz gets a pass out to Hawkinson, who comes down with it for a gain of 2. So now 2nd and 8 here at the 46-yard line. Got Mason in the backfield. Wentz is looking around, trying to scramble. He's going to get forward, and he's going to fall just short of the first down. He gets brought down at the 39. It'll be 3rd and 2. Great job there by Wentz to turn nothing into something, get a few yards out of it. Manageable 3rd and short. 7:52 to go in his first half. Wentz takes the snap. He's looking. He's got to move forward a bit, and he's got a bullet pass to T.J. Hawkinson for another Vikings first down. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 24. They're going high tempo. No huddle on this one. Takes the snap, hands it off to Xavier Scott, who makes a move and gets blown up, and who then gets blown up by his own player. That was an interesting animation sequence there, but nonetheless, 2nd and 8 here at the 22-yard line. Wentz under center. You've got Jefferson at the bottom of your screen. Thielen and Naylor up the top. And he's got a pass to Thielen, who falls down on the catch. 3rd and 2 now at the 16. Wentz in shotgun, got Mason beside him, who's probably going to stay in for extra pass protection. The Steelers send 4. Mason gets the block off, and it's going to be another pass to Thielen, who gets it, and it's another Vikings first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. So Wentz waiting for the snap, takes it. He's got a quick throw out to Addison. Doesn't go very far. There is a flag on the play. It's on Minnesota. Looks like it's going to be a holding call, so that's going to bring him back. It'll probably be about a 1st and goal from around the 18-yard line. So let's see what the Vikings do now. Got to hand it off to Mason and let him rumble forward. He gets blown up. I don't know who number 40 is off the top of my head, but he gets blown up on that run there. No gain on the play. 2nd and goal now from the 18. Coming out into what looks like almost an identical formation, but this one's going for a pass. He's got a pass over to Jefferson. Gain of 6 on a play to be 3rd and goal now from the 12. Wentz takes the snap. They're sending 4. He's going to have to scramble around. He feels the pressure. He's looking. He's going to scramble and slides down at the 7-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal at the 7, and that's going to be most likely a Minnesota Vikings field goal attempt now. And they're going to bring out Reichert here. Going to be from the left hash. This will be a 24-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Vikings extend the lead back to 7 and have a 10-3 lead here over the Steelers with 4:11 to go here in this first half. And Reichert's kick is up. Steelers are going to take it in at the 6. They're across the 15 to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. He makes a move. He's past the 40. Makes another move. Makes a tackler fall down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Rodgers and the Steelers offense here at the 42-yard line. 4:06 to go here in this first half here. Steelers have been able to move the ball a little bit, but the Vikings defense has been bend, not break. And they've been holding their own pretty good, and that's going to be a completion for about 9.5. We'll call it. It'll be 2nd inches now from the 48. Rodgers takes the snap. The Vikings are only sending 3, but they almost get to him, and they force a quick pass that falls incomplete. 3rd and inches now. They're going to come out in I formation. I'm guessing he's probably going to sneak this, most likely. And he does, and he gets the first down. First down by Rodgers on the sneak, and it's now 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 3:08 to go here in his first half. Offset I formation. Rodgers under center, sends a man in motion. Bottom of your screen to the top. He's going to take the snap. He hands it off, and he gets Medwood, breaks the tackle. Byron Murphy had him for a loss, but he spins off the tackle and is finally brought down after a gain of 7 on the play. Great job by Hitman to come up and save that would-be touchdown had he not have been there. So it'll be now 2nd and 3 from the 39. Going to send a man in motion again. He's going to look to pass. They're sending 4. He gets the pass off, and it's broken up by Isaiah Rodgers Jr. Great job there by Isaiah Rodgers. Wish we had his real-life game in Madden last week against the Bengals. We really needed it. He was a no-show, but that's okay. 3rd and 3, and that's going to be a false start here on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're shaking them a little bit. It's now 3rd and 8 for the Steelers from the 44-yard line. 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Going to take the snap. We're sending 4. They're going to get a pass across the middle, enough for a first down, and Hitman brings them down at about the 29-yard line. So that's another first down catch by Alston there, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go. Vikings have a 7-point lead over the Steelers here in Dublin. So now here we go. Last 2 minutes of the half. I formation. Vikings are just going to sit in a box, and they're going to get to the edge and get enough for a first down and more. About a 12-yard rush on the play. And it's going to be another first down for the Steelers. 1st and 10 now from the 16. 1:28 to go. Going to send a man in motion. Going to bring him back. Vikings send 4, and as soon as Austin catches it, he goes down. So gain of 5 on a play. 2nd and 5 at the 11. Pittsburgh has 3 timeouts. They're not using them. 46 seconds to go and ticking. Rodgers is looking, and he's going to get brought down. He attempts to get something, but he gets brought down at the 8-yard line. Now it'll be 3rd and 2. Steelers take their first timeout. So 2 timeouts remaining, 40 seconds to go in this first half, and they are knocking on the door here. Rodgers is looking to pass. He's got a completion, and he's not going to get in. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Excuse me. Touchdown saving tackle there, and the Vikings are going to try to hold steadfast here. Going to hand it off, and a wide open zone for a touchdown. And the Pittsburgh Steelers get Warren in. And Jalen Warren pulled the Steelers within a point, an extra point attempt away from tying the game here with 34 seconds to go in this first half. The extra point is up, and it is good. And we have a tie ball game here in Dublin, folks. Great game so far on both sides of the ball by both teams. Been pretty good. And let's see. Vikings have 3 timeouts, 34 seconds to go, tied game. And let's see if they plan on doing anything with it. So Price tries to spin, gets nowhere, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And Jordan Mason, 7 rushes, 75 yards here in this first half. So here we go. They have the timeouts and they have the time, so they might be able to get at least a field goal to go and a half. They're going to hand it off to Scott, who's going to rumble forward for a gain of 10 and finally gets brought down. Vikings call their first timeout. They're up to the 35-yard line after about a 13-yard run by Xavier Scott. So now here we go, 1st and 10, 26 seconds to go. They're at the 35. And Wentz takes the snap, quick throw out, and Thielen drops it. That is very realistic, if I would say so myself. Thielen has dropped several this year. Here we go, 2nd and 10 now, 24 seconds to go at 35. Wentz is looking to pass. He gets a throw off, and this one goes to, is that Justin Jefferson or Jalen Naylor? I couldn't see who made the grab on that one, but here we go. 1st and 10 now, 18 seconds to go. We're at the 49. We got 1 timeout left. Wentz is looking. He's got a pass, and he's got Thielen over the just to the right of the middle. But regardless, Minnesota calls their final timeout, and it's now 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. They have to make sure they get out of bounds on this one. Cannot be over the middle. They can't take a sack, and he's going to throw it over the middle to Hawkinson, who gets blown up, and they're not going to have enough time. Oh, no. They're going to do a rush. They're going to try to spike it real quick. See if they get it off. 2 seconds, 1 second, and not enough time. What a horrible time management here at the end. Unreal. Vikings were primed to take a field goal lead there, but regardless, 10-10 at halftime. And let's move on to the second half, and the Vikings are set to get the ball first. And the half begins with the kick by the Steelers. Price takes it in at about the 10, or sorry, about the 5. And he's going to get across to about the 26-yard line. And it's now 1st and 10 for the Vikings. So let's see what adjustments were made in the first half. Wentz is going to hand it off to Mason for the first play of the second half, and it's going to go for a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 now. Got just Mason in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff to Mason. He's going to get it off to Naylor, who makes a move and doesn't get all the way there, but almost. 3rd and 3, 3rd and manageable at the 33. They're going up-tempo. Going to take the snap. You got Hawkinson running across, and you've got Jefferson wide open for a 1st down and a little bit more, and it's a Vikings 1st down. So now 1st and 10 from the 42. Definitely a heavy left formation. Mason in the backfield. Going to fake the handoff to Mason. He's going to throw it. And he's got Justin Jefferson again for another Vikings 1st down. And they're down to the 43-yard line now of the Steelers. Going to come out in I formation this time. Got to hand it off to Mason, who tries to make it to the edge, but gets brought down with a loss of 2 on the play. Great job there by the Steelers defense to not let that edge get set, and they blow up the play in the backfield. So now 2nd and 12 from the 44. Wentz has got it. He's looking, and it looks like he's going to try. Oh, he gets a throw off, but it falls incomplete. Pass intended for Ty Felton there. Thought he was going to scramble, but he let it rip at the last second. But here we go now, 3rd and 12 from the 44. He's looking. He's got Mason for a check down if he needs it. He's going to let it fly, and he's got a wide open Jalen Naylor, who's going to get down within the 5-yard line. He'll get brought down at the 4, and it's 1st and goal for the Vikings. And the Vikings now come out in I formation. Got to hand it off to Mason, who powers his way forward, breaks a few tackles, and finally goes down at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. So here we go on 2nd and goal. They're going to hand it to Mason again, who gets met this time in the backfield. And it's going to be a loss of 3 on a play. 3rd and goal now from the 4. And we need to knock this in through the door here, Vikings. We need a touchdown on this. We can't settle for another field goal. And the Vikings get it, and it's meant for Hawkinson, who could not come down with it. Incomplete pass, 4th and goal, and we're now set for a 21-yard field goal attempt right down the middle. It should be an easy chip shot for Will Reichert here. Kick is up and good, and the Vikings take a 13-10 lead over the Steelers here in this 3rd quarter. So the Vikings set to kick off, 7:42 to go here in the 3rd. Steelers set to receive. They take the ball in at the 4. They're going to get to the 20, past the 25, and get brought down at about the 27-yard line. So now here comes Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense. 126 total yards offense for the Steelers so far in this game. Only 86 of it's been passing. They're going to send 5. He's going to get a pass up to an open man, but only gets about a gain of 2 on the play. Josh Metellus was quick to get over there and make that tackle, so it's now 2nd and 8 from the 29. Rodgers takes a snap. They're going to send 4, and they get him with 4, and Jonathan Allen with another tackle and a great sack. A loss of 7 on the play, and Jonathan Allen is making himself known. And it's now 3rd and 15 from the 22. And he gets that pass off, and not enough for the first down. DK Metcalf almost got it, but was pulled just short by Byron Murphy, and it's now 4th and 2, and the Steelers will punt. And the punt's away. Lots of airtime, and it's going to be a fair catch at the 22 by Miles Price there. So now here comes out Wentz in the offense. Wentz under center, Mason in the backfield. You've got a heavy trip set on the top side. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it to Naylor, who does a spin move and gets enough for a Vikings first down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz is under center. Now you got a heavy trip type bunch on the bottom side of your screen. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to stop it right there, and it gets broken up by the Steelers defense there. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. So now they've got two receivers, and Hawkinson looks like down at the bottom of your screen. Wentz is looking to pass. Mason's in there blocking. He's going to get it to Jefferson, who drops it on the hit. And it's now 3rd and 10 from the 33. The Steelers defense has made some adjustments for this series, it looks like. Going to send Jefferson in motion. He's got a follower, so it looks like they're going to be playing some man defense here. And Wentz is going to let it go up, and it's going to be caught by TJ Hawkinson. And it's going to be another Vikings first down. You do not want to man up this Vikings offense, I'll tell you what. They will find a way to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. And this one's going to be handed off to Mason, who rumbles forward for no gain. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 46. 4:31 to go here in this third quarter, with the Vikings leading 13-10. Empty backfield. Wentz in shotgun, takes the snap. They're going to send 4, and they're going to get to Wentz, and it's a sack for the Steelers, their first sack of the game. And it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play, and it's now 3rd and 14 for this Vikings offense. At midfield, they need about 10 yards to get into field goal range, most likely. But Wentz, plenty of time. He's going to air it out. Does he have a receiver? He does, but it's broken up by the Steelers defense, and it's now going to be a 4th and 14, and the Vikings are forced to punt. Ryan Wright's going to try to pin him deep. He sends it. Looks like it's going down the right sideline. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Great punt there by Ryan Wright. And the Steelers are going to start really close to their own end zone here. Not much leeway here, so hopefully we get a bad snap or something. Vikings are going to set in the box for the run, and Eric Wilson's going to be there to make the tackle. A loss of 1 on a play, and it's 2nd and 11 now at the 6. And the Vikings got 9 men in the box. They're going to drop the safeties back, but Ivan Pace wraps around that edge, and it's another loss of 1 on a play, and it's 3rd and 12 from the 5. And this Vikings defense is knowing that run was coming. So let's see what they do now. They've got, looks like 7 in the box. But we know they're going to play. They're going to motion a man out. Pace is going to act like he's falling, but he comes back to the middle. So Rodgers is there. Rodgers gets a throw off. He's going to air one out, and it's going to be knocked down. It's dropped on the hit. And the Vikings defense holds on for a 3 and out. And now the Steelers will be forced to punt from their own end zone. They get it. The punt's away. A short punt. He's going to take it in at the 50, make a quick move, but doesn't get much out of it. And they're going to start on the opposite side of midfield. Steelers 45, 1st and 10, 2:29 to go in the third, and they're already practically in field goal range. So they're going to hand it off to Mason, who makes a cut and gets a few on the play, gain of 4 on the play. That puts Mason at about 81 yards on the game so far. And it's now 2nd and 6 from the 41. Hand off to Mason again, who has a hole, and it's a first down and more, and he rumbles down, and he's pulling a defender with him. That puts him over the century mark, 101 yards on the ground for Mason today, and it's 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Vikings. Wentz takes a snap, quick throw, and he's got Justin Jefferson, who makes the first would-be tackler miss, and it's a Vikings touchdown. And Jefferson's doing what Jets does. And the Vikings take a commanding 2-score lead now here in the waning moments of this third quarter. And he just gets that pass, makes a quick sidestep, it looks like there, holds onto the ball, shifts the hands, and he's in for that touchdown. And now with this extra point, it will be a 10-point Vikings lead with 1:26 to go here in the third quarter. Vikings up 20-10. And this Vikings offense is coming alive compared to this last game. Great thing to see. Apparently they're pissed off from that Bengals game last week, and they are coming out to steamroll these Steelers offensively. The offense has been looking pretty good every series so far this game. And the kicks away, they're going to take it in at about the 7. They're going to cross the 25 and get brought down at the 29-yard line. And here comes Aaron Rodgers, who you can never count out. 1st and 10, minute 22 to go here in the third. It's 1st and 10 at the 29. And Jonathan Grenard's got to get to him, and it's another Viking sack. And it's a 7-yard loss on that sack, and it's 2nd and 17 now for the Steelers at the 21-yard line. He's got a pump fake. He gets a throw across, and it's going to be Austin with another catch there. That puts Calvin Austin at 100 yards for the game. And it's now 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line. Vikings only send 4, and it's going to be enough for a first down, but not much more than that. Great job there by, I think that's Metcalf. Or no, that's not Metcalf. Who is that? Highsmith? And it's 1st and 10 now. They might not get this play off in time. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they will not. And that is the end of the third quarter. So at the beginning of the fourth, the Vikings lead the Steelers 20-10 here in Dublin. So let's get this last quarter started. Steelers have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Down by 10. Close to midfield. They're going to get it across real quick. Not much on the play, but there is a flag on Pittsburgh. Probably going to be a holding call. Oh, no. Illegal blocking it back by the offense. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, give or take. It's going to be now 1st and 16 now from the 34-yard line. Going to hand it off, and he's going to be sniped down by Wilson in the backfield. And it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 20 now from the 30-yard line. And Vikings showing blitz. You got Pace and Wilson up there. Home Grenard. They're going to drop them. They're only going to send 4. They get the pass off, and they've got a wide open DK Metcalf there. And he's got to make a spin move and get quite a gain on the play. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30. A great field flip play there for the Steelers and DK Metcalf. And they are now on the move on the other side of the 50. Rodgers is looking. He's got a pass, and it's going to be caught. And it's going to be a gain of 7 on the play down to the 23-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 3 now. Offset I formation. Got Metcalf on the bottom of your screen. Rodgers is looking to pass. Rodgers has room. He scrambles. He gets a first down, and he's going to come down. And right before he was going to get leveled by that tackler, but he slid just in the nick of time. And it's going to be 1st and goal now for the Steelers from the 10-yard line. Steelers take the snap. Rodgers looking. He's got a pass, and it's broken up on the hit. And that was Jeff Okudah on the hit, it looked like, possibly. And it's going to be 2nd and goal now from the 10. Metellus jumps to the back now. He's going to throw it, and they've got a completion there, and it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a 3rd and goal now at the 5. See if the Vikings can hold strong here and hold them to another field goal attempt. Passes up, and he gets it, and it's going to be a Steelers touchdown. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are able to draw within a score with wide receiver Scott Miller getting a touchdown catch there. And now with the extra point attempt, the kick is up. Almost blocked, but the kick is good. And the Vikings now have a 20-17 lead as the Steelers pull within 3. So now here we go. Steelers going to kick off the ball to the Vikings. 9:03 left to go here in this fourth quarter, and they have a 3-point lead, and now they have the ball. So they're going to take it in at the 4. They're going to cross the 20 to the 25. Price makes a move, but doesn't go anywhere. So he'll start at the 25, and Jordan Mason has been rumbling and tumbling all over the Steelers defense this game. 14 rushes, 101 yards on the ground. And this Vikings offense is looking pretty potent this game. 370 yards total. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Wentz in shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Fake the handoff to Mason. He's going to run on his own. And it's going to be an RPO choice. And Wentz is going to get a first down. Stiffs arm a would-be tackler. And gets about 13 on the play. 1st and 10 now for the Vikings from the 40-yard line. This time he's going to hand it off to Scott, who has an opening. And he's going to bowl his way through for about a gain of 14. And it's 1st and 10 from the 47. And now you've got Mason back in the backfield again. He's got to hand it off to Mason, who runs out the middle, and it's almost another. It's going to be 2nd and inches now. About a 9.5-yard gain there for Mason. It's going to be offset I formation now. He's got to hand it to Mason, who gets a first down and more, and he's going to keep rumbling and falling down here at about the 24-yard line. And Mason is just looking like an M train today. And it's 1st and 10 out at the 24. Going to hand off to Mason, who runs through the middle again, and he's brought down after another about 12-yard rush. And it's 1st and 10 from the 12. And they cannot stop Mason or Scott. This time Scott's in the backfield. Got a heavy formation. They're going to send Thielen in motion from right to left. He's going to hand it off to Scott, who almost breaks the tackle, but he falls forward for about 4 yards on a play. It's now 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. This time Mason's back in the backfield. Mason's looking to pass. A quick pass. It's caught by Thielen down at the 4-yard line. There's Carson Wentz, 255 yards and 2 touchdowns so far, and it's now 3rd and 3 at the 4. Wentz looking to pass. He gets it out to Mason, who has nothing but green ahead of him, and he gets and he falls just short. I hope they challenge that play. I think that would be a first down if they challenged it, but it looks like they're not going to. Unreal. Oh well, 4th and inches from the 2. Vikings going to attempt a field goal. Kick from the left hash is good, and the Vikings take a 6-point lead. Although I do wish they would have went for it and challenged it there. That close, you need to go for it, not kick a field goal. But nonetheless, 23-17, 5:01 left to go here in the 4th. And the Vikings are going to leave this game up to their defense. The Steelers taking in at about the 7. They get across to about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line, and now Aaron Rodgers is going to come out down by 6. 4:56 to go in a game. Pittsburgh has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they have to go 71 yards to take the lead. They're going to hand up on the first play, and it's for no gain, and the Vikings defense is letting them know you are not going to run up the middle on us in this 4th quarter, and it's now 2nd and 10 from the 29. Vikings going to send 4 on the play. Van Kinkel's getting through there, but he doesn't get quite enough. And Harrison makes the tackle. Hitman Smith gets the tackle after a gain a couple on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now from the 35. Vikings get a stop here to be great. They're going to send a bunch. They got an open screen play, and it's going to be enough for a first down and more. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 46, but that clock's a ticking. 3:27 to go. They're at the 46, 1st and 10. Offset I. They're going to send a man in motion. Bottom of your screen to the top. Got to hand it off, and he's going to have a hole up the middle, but Hitman's going to lay him out after a gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 now, 2:53 to go. They're at the 47-yard line. Rodgers takes a snap. He's got a receiver, and it's going to be caught for a first down, and they get out of bounds to stop the clock. So 1st and 10 now at the 43. Rodgers takes, and Rodgers goes down, another sack, and that's Eric Wilson for the Vikings' 6th sack of the game, and a 6-yard loss on a play. And the clock is ticking. 2:21 to go, 2nd and 16 after the sack. Vikings are showing a blitz, but they only send 4. They get a pass across the middle, and it's caught, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. It's 3rd and 3, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So Vikings hold on to a 6-point lead. The defense is starting to bend. Hopefully they don't break. It's 3rd and 3 now at the 36-yard line. 2-minute warning. The Steelers still have 3 timeouts left. Rodgers takes a snap. He's looking. He's got to pass off, and it's going to be complete to DK Metcalf, and it's a Steelers touchdown. Unbelievable. Jeff Okudah was the defensive back on that coverage, it looked like, and he just got burned by Metcalf, which almost most defensive backs will. And, Okudah just could not keep up. Metcalf gets it. Harrison Smith had the wrong angle, and the Steelers now are an extra point away from taking a 1-point lead with 1:55 to go. The kick is up, and the Steelers have a 24-23 lead over the Vikings here in Dublin. 8 plays, 70 yards, 3:01, and it all comes down to this drive now. Steelers kick is up. Vikings take it in at the 2. and they're not going to get very far. Probably should have, I guess they kind of have to catch up. Jordan Mason, 136 rushing yards, 9 receiving yards for 145 all-purpose. And the Vikings, 1st and 10 at the 21. A minute 51 to go here in this fourth quarter. All 3 timeouts, and they're down by 1 to the Steelers. They're going to take the snap. Quick pass to Naylor, who drops it on the hit. 2nd and 10. Wentz is looking. He's got room. He scrambles and he slides down short of the first down, though. It's 3rd and 5 now, and the clock's ticking. No timeout called. Minute 19. Vikings taking a snap. Wentz is looking. He's going to try, and he gets tackled. It's a sack, and it's 4th and 8 now. And the Vikings game boils down to this one play. And what are they going to do on a 4th and 8? They need a first down. Wentz is looking. He's going to try to scramble. What is he doing? And it's a fumble. And he gets tackled and fumbles the ball. And they give the ball back to Pittsburgh with a minute remaining in the game, down by 1. Unbelievable play calling on this one. And the Vikings, all they needed was a field goal to win this game. And Wentz tries to play hero ball. And it may very well just cost the Vikings the game. So Vikings have 3 timeouts. They're able to get the ball back, but they have no timeouts. Good stop there. Called a timeout, 57 seconds to go. It's now 2nd and 10. The defense has to stand strong. A first down will end this game. Look at a pass. Rodgers has a pass, and it's a first down and more. And that is going to be the game, folks. It's got to be 1st and goal now from the 4. But then again, if they let them score, they'll be down by 8. And they may have a chance, but they're going to need it, to run it out. Vikings can't stop it completely, so this game is over. And the Vikings are going to lose their 2nd game in a row. They were up by 10. And their defense crumbles when it mattered here in this fourth quarter. And the Steelers win 24-23 here in Dublin. And this play calling by Wentz trying to play hero ball at the end does not work. Just unbelievable outcome of this game. Being up by 10 to lose in this fourth quarter. Just unfortunate. We'll go over the player stats. Aaron Rodgers, 24 of 32 for 290 yards. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. A rating of 123.1. Carson Wentz, pretty decent game. 23 of 33, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, 69% completion, 112.8 rating. Great game by both quarterbacks. For rushing, Jordan Mason, 17 rushes, 136 yards, 3 broken tackles, 51 yards after contact, had 3 rushes of 20-plus yards and a long of 30. He did what he could to keep us in this game. But Pittsburgh's run game could get nothing started. So Vikings' run defense definitely showed up this game, but it wasn't enough. For receiving, Calvin Austin, 7 receptions, 105 yards. DK Metcalf, 7 for 127. And no 100-yard game for the Vikings. Jefferson was close, 5 receptions for 80 yards, and Naylor had 6 for 75. And then defensively, Patrick Queen, 10 solo tackles, 4 assists for 14 total, and 2 tackles for a loss. There honestly wasn't no one that really stood out the most this game, I would say. If you boil it down, Allen made a couple of plays when it mattered. But as far as overall stats, Patrick Queen and Isaiah Rodgers were the 2 kind of really up there. But Eric Wilson probably would be, for me, the defensive player of the game as far as the Vikings go. 5 solos, 6 assists, 11 total, 3 tackles for a loss, and a sack. But Patrick Queen looks like he was, he's probably the defensive player of the game total for both teams. It's just good showing by both teams. Reichert was 3 for 3 on field goals. Reichert did what he could. Returns, punt returns, or punts total, sorry. Waitman punted for 201 total yards with a net of 193. So a lot better than Ryan Wright with, only 111. But their nets were pretty close together. So pretty good. Kick returns. Ugo Amadi had 4 returns for 108 total yards. Price had 3 for 56. Felt had 2 for 36. So, not bad in a return game. All in all, pretty solid game all around. I like the stats. Sliders look like they're working. Perfect stats for this game. Unfortunate 1 point loss for the Vikings, but it is what it is sometimes. That now brings us to, I believe, 2-2. Or no, that we're 1-3. That's right. We've now lost 3 in a row because of the loss to the Falcons, the Bengals, and now the Steelers. And that's going to bring us to a trip to London now after that loss. And trade offers for Moore, who is on injured reserve, which I don't understand. But now the 1-3 Vikings, I play the 1-3 Browns. We got a forecast of rain in the next game. Let's go ahead and look. The Vikings offensive, they're the 7th in the league in scoring, 24th in passing, 9th in rushing, but their defense is 30th. So, not very good. We got to get a little bit better when it comes to some of that stuff. We got a lot of outs again. We're still in 3rd place in the division. Detroit stayed undefeated. Arizona stayed undefeated. New Orleans finally won a game. So we have no teams with, the NFC with no wins. Let's go ahead and view standings for the whole league. And for the NFL, so the Cardinals and the Lions are the only 2 teams remaining undefeated. You've got the Bills, Broncos, Dolphins, Packers, Eagles, 49ers, Steelers, Bucks, Falcons, and Rams all at 3-1. Ravens, Titans, Seahawks, Commanders, Chiefs, Giants, Chargers, and Raiders at 2-2. You got the Browns, Texans, Jags, Bengals, Vikings, Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Patriots, and Panthers at 1-3. And the Jets and the Colts are 0-4. The Jets don't surprise me. That's in real life. But the Colts, 0-4, when in real life they're I think 4-1 right now, maybe 5-1. I haven't watched any highlights or anything for this week yet. I was busy out with the family earlier, and then when I got home, I jumped right to making some episodes today. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. But everything else kind of lines up to real life. So I mean, a lot of it's looking pretty realistic. Obviously Dolphins should not be 3-1. Cardinals should not be 4-0, but it is what it is. Not too bad, not too shabby. I'll take what we get. It's looking pretty solid. But that'll be it for this episode, guys. Don't forget, like I said, to like, comment your thoughts about the game, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought about that time management at the end of the, that field goal would have won us the game where they had that mismanaged time at the end of the second half. So let me know what you guys think, how the sliders are working, if you're noticing anything that should be changed, if you think we should use different abilities, either offensively or defensively, in our next game against the Browns, or what you guys think. But make sure, like I said, you like, comment, make sure you're sharing this with your friends and just sharing